Hi. So, today is day 13 on the fluids, and it's 16 days until the surgery. And today I've been a bad girl. I slept in, which was really nice and very much needed, I think, because there was so much going on that essentially that I got the apartment, that things is gonna fix itself. For once, I'm not fully in the shit. I'm actually kind of going somewhere, and it feels very nice. So it was quite nice to sleep in. But that sleeping also made it that I missed like 3 or 4 shakes, and then I started, like, when I had woken up and I had the first shake, I started to slowly book. I started pay some bills and such, and then I started to book the travel, both to my mum and to for Stockholm when I'm having my surgery, and double checking everything that I've gotten it correctly, it's quite a bit of dates that I need to keep track of, because the 9th of May, deal with it Americans, a day first, a month later, but on the 9th I travel to my mom, and that travel is like, I leave at, I think it's like 7 in the morning or something, and I get to her by 5, because it's train and everything. Then on the 10th, we're gonna travel early in the morning to Stockholm to meet the narcosis. I don't know if I can spell, I don't care. But meet with the narcosis doctor, check in at the patient hotel and everything. And we decided to go a bit earlier than we needed to, because we wanted to make sure we got there on time, because my mom she has fibromyalgia, so she has quite a bit of pains. She also has arthritis, so I wanted to make sure we had a lot of time to walk at our speed and get there on time anyway. And on the 11th I have the surgery, so the day before at 17 I'm gonna call the ward to ask which time I need to be there. On the 12th, the day after, because they want me to stay a night, to check that I have peed, I have eaten, there's no leakage, because that can happen when you rearrange everything. Essentially, that just everything is fine and I'm gonna function before they let me go home. So the 12th, we're gonna go back to my mum, and on the 25th, I'm allowed to start with soft pureed foods, like mashed potatoes, guac. Simple things, very simple things, but still something else than fluids, because 2 weeks after I'm still gonna be on fluids. But I'm allowed to have soups, yogurt and that kind of stuff, but I still need to have the protein shakes, because they are a very good source of nutrition during this period, and it's quite easy to get to drink. Then it's planned to go home at the 29th. Also at the 25th, there the graph, the staples essentially that they use to close your body with on the outside, are to be removed. And then it's planned on the 29th to travel home, but we'll see how that is, because that is a calculation that I have 2.5 weeks of free. That's how it's planned with work anyway, but I could be on sick leave for 3 weeks. I'm not sure yet. They give me that date on the day of the surgery or after, so I don't know how long I will be. Otherwise I'll have to travel home at the 1st of June. And then that also varies, but it's booked at least. All the travels are booked, and on the 8th of June I'm allowed to have solids again, proper food. It still needs to be nice for the stomach, so nothing too spicy. What I imagine by that is because just chill food, because they say on the 6th of July to introduce all kinds of foods. So I figured that is because they want you to be kind to the new system of stomach and not eat too it. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. I will have to ask now that I actually think about it, because I didn't quite get a good example of why, since I like spicy food. Is it that what they mean? Is it that they mean by this time you can introduce things like buns, cakes, coffee bread? I'm not quite sure what they mean by it. Or if they just assume that people are stupid and gonna try to eat candy and stuff. I'm not quite sure. They could be, because people are stupid. I don't know. But yeah, there's plenty of dates. And tomorrow is also the blood works. So from now I'm not allowed to eat or drink anything, because you need to be fasting. Which also became the second problem for today, because I had... since I had forgotten a bunch of those drinks, I forgot even more because of the planning, because that was hard. It's so weird that it was hard to book the train tickets and the boat ticket, because it's just travel, it's not... But in some way, it made everything really real, like proper real, that this is actually really happening. It was like another epiphany all over. So that made me a bit shaky, and I forgot yet again to take a shake and try to save up on it. So I decided to cheat, because I figured that otherwise I'm gonna have to eat extreme amounts of the shakes just to get up the calorie deficit that I am. Or I could go and buy one of the soups they suggest after the surgery, that are just smooth, easy soups, but they have a higher calorie content. So I decided to go get one of those, because the size of them are not much larger than the diet shakes. So I got a bit up at least. I don't think I actually hit the... What did I hit? Today I've eaten 580 calories. I'm supposed to be around 800. But good enough. The weirdest thing, I haven't been hungry at all. I haven't even thought of it. I felt that after I had eaten the soup, I was really, really stuffed, because it's a bit more fatty than everything else I've had so far. So I was really, really tired, and I had to chug down at least 1 liter. So I've been drinking really badly too. I've only had coffee. I had 2 cups of coffee instead of 1. Kind of a little bit of plus on the calories. But yeah, not the greatest. I've had so far around 22 grams of protein, when I usually have around 78 to 133, depending on exactly what I eat. But yeah, at least it's not in the wrong direction. But I think it will bite me in the ass tomorrow. I'm pretty sure of it. But tomorrow's gonna be normal because I'm working. So first I'm gonna go up and do the blood works, and then I'm gonna go to work and have my normal schedule of foods. Maybe that I will need to add one more since I'm working earlier, or I'm getting up earlier. We'll see how I feel. Hopefully my diet shakes will arrive. They didn't arrive today as planned, so hopefully they arrive tomorrow. But we'll see. I live on an island, and it usually takes one more day than it's planned. And for the day's craving, I haven't really been craving a lot, I guess. I haven't been really craving anything, to be honest. I was like, tacos would be nice, because I've been watching Cooking with Babish. But it was more like, it would be nice. It's not that I really wanted anything. And I think that's one of the issues today, that I wasn't hungry, I didn't want anything. I was just existing in my little cloud of I'm home and I don't have to do anything. So yeah. But let's see on weights. So this is my starting weight on the fluids, 152 kilos and 335 pounds. My current weight, 146.8 kilos, 324 pounds. That means I lost 5.7 kilos or 12 pounds in these 2 weeks. But my Fitbit told me that since the 1st of I can't spell either, I noticed. Let's fix that quick. There we go. Since the 1st of December 2021, I've lost in total 9 kilos, and that is 20 pounds. And that is so far for this year. You could say I've lost 9 kilos, which is quite remarkable. That I didn't think it would be that much, honestly. And I also realized, looking back at the older dates and such, that I might get to, and I find that highly possible, that by May I'm gonna be back to a weight that I was May last year, which was 144 kilos. I find that a little bit intriguing, actually. But I have been at a much lower weight before. It's just that I haven't been able to reach down that far again. So let's see. Fitbit tells me that in let's see here. You're lying. No, it was 148. Was it 2 years? Might have been. I didn't check that properly. Yeah, 2 years ago. 2019 even, before the Rona. I was at 144.4, so that would be quite interesting to see if I can get back to that at least. But it would feel nice. It's just, even though it's like 2 years, it's almost 3 years, it would still feel nice to get to that point, because I don't know, somewhat of a win, I guess. So yeah, a lot is going on. And I didn't calculate how much it was since 158. I think Fitbit did it for me. I think it's that clever, because I added the dates of weight before. I'm not quite sure. No, I didn't add my highest weight. Naughty. So it's calculating from, I guess, 156.3 kilos since this year, yeah. At least something, because that's right before I started with the fluids and everything. Yeah, it is. It's checking. So it's quite a bit. It is quite a bit. And I feel like I've accomplished something. And at the same time, you get this like reflecting thoughts in a negative way, that like, if you're doing this good now, why can't you do it otherwise? Do you really need the surgery for this? Or what if you just push it forward and you continue to do this? Or why couldn't you do this before? But I still think, and I've said it before, I think now it's because I have a date. I have deadlines in sort of way to move forward to, and that's essentially what motivates some of it. That I just have, I'm not just going on a blank where I don't know where it's gonna end. Because otherwise, if I would do this without any sort of deadline or like, well, essentially with no stop. It would get a lot of demotivating, and I would try to go on it until I've lost all the weight, and that's hard because it means you have to sacrifice so much. And I could do what I did when I lost weight the first time, that I allowed myself a chicken salad once a week, but I would still have to give up a lot else. Like, I would have to give up ice cream in the summer, I would have to give up just grabbing a coffee with a friend out and having something with it, and being around constant just temptations, because everything around you is temptations. Even if you go to the grocery store to just buy a ready-made shake, you will smell the food, you will see food, and the way that stores are made, they're made to make you want to buy most likely the most unhealthy stuff. It's not, well, in Sweden the vegetables are always first and easily ready-made, but I would have to say no to that too. And then there's usually baked goods like bread and cakes and cookies and all that stuff, and by the cashier you will have special offers and all the candy you can get. So it would be a lot of temptation, and people walking around you having a milkshake, a bug, whatever. So it is quite hard to not fall into temptation when it's all around you. And I also think that with the work I have, I would probably at some point give up because I'm too tired. But now it's easy to keep the motivation. And that doesn't mean that after the surgery I will start eating like crazy. I'm hoping that some of the sugar needs and such will die. Not that I've had that much sugar need now, but that it's easier to choose the right sorts of things to eat, because it's so much more important to treat your body right, because otherwise you will feel really bad really quick. And as today I have eaten twice and I'm fine, and that's not good at all. I've had one soup and I had this bowl, not even fully filled with soup, and I'm feeling fine. And it's not supposed to be like that. So I'm hoping the surgery will also kick all the little hunger feelings that I get, that I actually feel that I'm hungry and that I'm full, and hopefully also like eating, because I notice most of the times I eat slow when it's something I really really like and something I really taste. Otherwise I just eat to get rid of it. I can't say that I like food. I don't particularly care, so I eat fast and get done with it. And usually it's, I don't know if it's a learned behavior, but if it is something I like, I eat more because I get to taste it more, but I still eat fast. So I don't know, but I also know eating fast makes you eat more because you can't feel when you're getting filled. And I felt that with the soup today, because I was kind of stressed eating, because I knew that I have to finish eating this by this time, otherwise it will be too close to the fasting time. This needs to be done by this time, and I have very short of time to do it. Not the greatest, I could have planned better, but I'm human. So not my brightest moment exactly. But I was so stuffed that it kind of hurt my stomach. It felt like too much, and I think that's because I've been on 2 weeks for fluids now. So it's quite extensive to eat that much in one go, even though it's just 5 deciliters, and I usually have 2, 3 or 3. But yeah, I also remember I did say it wrong, didn't I? It's 14. Yeah, it is. I was like, it's wrong. Why is it wrong? But the days to the surgery is still correct. Anyway, this is still correct. Because I was like, it's Tuesday tomorrow. It shouldn't be. It should be the new week. Why? That's why I'm getting the blood. Anyway, not important. But yeah, chill day, but a lot of done. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I think it doesn't hurt because I'm working. I think 3 days, and then I'm free 4 days. So I have 4 days in a row to do everything I need, and I think that's better. And just relaxing and recharging these 2 days since I've been working so long. And I think it was kind of worth it, actually. It was nice. Very nice. But yeah. Shush, stomach. Shush. Anyway, I think that will be quite enough. Yeah, that's plenty of enough for today. So that will be it for today. See you tomorrow after they've taken all my blood. I'm gonna be even more pale. I can't get any paler. So anyway, that will be it for today. Bye.